We live in a world of curated images, and nowhere is that more true than in the stories we obsess over. We watch these characters, we pick our favorites, and we build entire narratives around their supposed nobility. We see a brave warrior, a dutiful queen, or a misunderstood prince, and we feel a genuine connection to that image. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Human beings are masters of the mask. We curate our own lives just like these characters do, presenting a version of ourselves that we want the world to believe is real. But what happens when you look past the curated front? What happens when you stop admiring the performance and start investigating the person underneath? Today, we're doing an autopsy. We're going to pull back the curtain on the most iconic figures in House of the Dragon. You think you understand them? You think you know what drives them? Think again. We're about to dismantle the myths they've built around themselves. And I promise you, what you find underneath is far more twisted, far more broken, and far more human than you ever imagined. Daemon Targaryen doesn't just enter a room, he conquers it. To the audience, he is the ultimate rogue prince, a man who lives by his own laws. We are introduced to him as a figure of effortless defiance. Whether he's standing alone in the dragon pit, defying the king's small council, or taking the war to the crab theater by marching solo into an army of thousands, he projects an aura of absolute independence. He is the archetype of the Targaryen ideal, powerful, untamable, and entirely self-sufficient. We love him because he is the voice that says the things we are too afraid to utter. He speaks High Valyrian to mock the Andal lords. He keeps a mistress to spite the court, and he challenges the status quo with a dangerous, effortless swagger. He isn't just a prince, he is the embodiment of the Targaryen fire. To the viewer, his independence isn't just a trait, it's a virtue. He is the lone wolf, the man who answers to no one, and the one who remains unbothered by the petty politics of King's Landing. We watch him and think, here is a man who knows exactly who he is. Look at his actions. His defiance isn't sporadic, it's his entire lifestyle. When he steals a dragon egg, he isn't just taking property, he is daring the king to come and get it. When he takes the stepstones, he ignores the warnings of Corlys Velaryon, marching headlong into fire because he knows that if he waits for a plan, the glory will be stolen by someone else. Think about his relationship with Rhaenyra. He introduces her to the underbelly of the city, not because he wants to corrupt her, but because he believes he is the only one who truly understands her nature. He positions himself as her protector, her teacher, and the only person worthy of standing by her side. Every act of violence he commits, from executing city criminals to his confrontations with his brother, is framed as a necessary measure. He portrays himself as the only one willing to do the hard things. He is the brother who resents being sidelined, the husband who protects his own, and the prince who truly believes he is the only one fit to hold the crown. To the audience, this looks like competence and strength. It looks like a leader being forced to play the role of the outlaw. But let's pause and look closer. Is he actually indifferent to what people think? Or is that independence just a carefully constructed performance? When you look at his most fearless moments, you see a strange, desperate quality. Does a truly independent man need a crowd to witness his defiance? Every time he commits an act of violence or pushes the boundaries of his exile, watch his eyes. He is constantly checking the room. He is looking for a reaction, for shock, for fear, or for validation from Rhaenyra or Viserys. Was he fighting for the realm and the stepstones? Or was he fighting to ensure that no one else could claim the glory that he felt was his birthright? He claims to despise the dull life of the court, yet he can't seem to stay away from it. Why? Because the court is the only stage where he can be the lead actor. If he truly didn't care about approval, why is he so wounded by his brother's indifference? Why is he so obsessed with the idea that he is the rightful heir? His actions aren't those of a man who has transcended the social order. They are those of a man who is obsessed with forcing the social order to acknowledge him. And what about his petty reference to Viserys' dead baby son as heir for a day? Are those the actions of a secure, strong man? Let's pull back the curtain. Daemon's bravery is not strength, It is a frantic, bottomless need for external validation. He is not a lone wolf. He is an insecure, wounded man who feels fundamentally emasculated by his brother's crown and Rhaenyra's shifting focus. His aggression isn't about leadership. It's a tantrum thrown by an ego that cannot handle his own inadequacy. He risks his life because he is terrified that if the world isn't looking at him, he simply doesn't exist. Every time he burns a bridge, he's checking to see if the fire is bright enough for his family to notice. He is a scared child with a dragon, screaming for attention because he's convinced that without the fear of others, he is nothing. He doesn't want to rule, he wants to be needed. He wants to be the one his brother turns to in crisis, the one Rhaenyra runs to when she is afraid. He's not defying the crown because he doesn't care. He's doing it because he is obsessed with being the only one who matters. When we strip away the armor and the dragon riding, we are left with a man who is essentially a child in a man's body. We love his chaos because it feels powerful. But what if that chaos is just the frantic flailing of a man who knows he is replaceable? You thought he was the ultimate unbothered rogue, but what if he's actually the most dependent, needy person in the entire series? If he didn't have a brother to spite or a niece to possess, who would Daemon Targaryen be? He is a man defined entirely by his reactions to others. We look at him and see a legend, but maybe we should be looking at him and seeing a tragedy. Is he a hero who defines his own destiny, or is he just a shadow, waiting for someone to finally tell him he is enough? Maybe the most twisted thing about Daemon isn't his violence, it's that deep down, he knows he's a fraud, and he'd burn the whole world down just to keep you from noticing. When we peel back the layers of these characters, we aren't just revealing their flaws, we're holding up a mirror to our own tendencies. We all have that part of ourselves that craves approval, that hides behind a virtue to cover up a mistake, or that plays the martyr just to avoid the pain of being honest. It's easy to judge these figures from the comfort of our couches, but the real challenge is turning that lens on ourselves. How often do we perform for the people in our lives? How often do we trade our actual integrity for a version of ourselves that's easier for others to swallow? The tragedy of these characters isn't just that they lied to the world, it's that they lied to themselves until they lost the ability to be real. Being real is messy, it's uncomfortable, and it rarely looks as heroic as the performance. But it's the only way to actually heal and grow. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.